Hey guys, I lost my son to fentanyl in September 2022, and this is my way to fight back on fentanyl addiction and the fentanyl pouring in through our southern border, and it's killing our American youth. It kills over 100,000 people a year from the ages of 16 to 45. That's the wheelhouse of productivity in America. My name's Gary. I'm also an alcoholic and a drug addict in recovery. If you're suffering from fentanyl addiction, if you're suffering from alcohol addiction, if you're suffering from any kind of addiction, recovery is possible, and it's changed my life. You know, I was the type of alcoholic, drug addict that could not function. I was absolutely deemed hopeless by anybody who knew me. And there's a way out. I found my way out through, number one, through prayer, and number two, through the program of Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. And the main thing, if you're suffering from this and you want out, it's very simple. The difference between recovery and addiction, active addiction, is to make a decision. So it's just a decision to change your life right now at this moment and go into recovery. It's just a decision. And with that decision, good choices would be, number one is abstinence. You gotta admit to your innermost self, look, I got a problem with this shit and I need help. Voice that help to people that love you and care about you. Let them know. They probably already know. I need help. And be willing to listen to what they have in mind. If it's a rehab, if it's going to meetings, if it's doing the shake and bake on your couch. I did a shake and bake in a Motel 6 in El Paso, Texas, when I made my decision. And that decision was actually helped by, through prayer. I was praying to God. I always believed there was a God, but I thought he gave up on me. And I was praying, God, please help me. I need help, man. My life is swirling down the toilet. And if you're desperate enough, even if you don't believe, just be willing to believe and get on your knees. And you watch the miracles start to occur. The little bit of willingness will happen. He'll put people in your life that you need on your road. And you find those people also in Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous meetings. When you're willing to say, I need help, please help me. The most courageous thing you could do is go on Google, find Alcoholics Anonymous meetings near me, Narcotics Anonymous meetings near me. Go into that meeting, even if you're loaded, and say, I need help. Raise your hand. When they say, is there anybody new to the program? Raise your hand. It's the most courageous thing you could possibly do, but it's going to save your life. Make the decision. Make the decision. I work 12 steps on a as-needed basis. I work the first 3 every morning. I just got done meditating and praying. Help the alcoholic who still suffers is what came to mind. Help the alcoholic, help the drug addict that's still suffering. So if you're still suffering with this stuff, make the decision. And here's what I would suggest. Prayer. Meetings. Meetings help get you sober. They keep you out of trouble. They expose you to people that are trying to do the same thing that you're doing, which is stay clean and sober on a daily basis. So the best thing to do would be get off everything. Get off everything, man. Change your life. And it's only going to be miserable like that, really uncomfortable for about a month. And if I say this because, I'm not a doctor, but if you're If you're on Xanax, and Xanax is like your drug of choice, and you're popping a few of those a day, and or if you're drinking, and when you stop drinking, you shake profusely, you shake until you have another drink, you may want to seek doctor's advice on this. And if you're going to detox on your own, you may want to talk to a doctor, because those two drugs, alcohol and Xanax, can kill you on the detox. Those are very, very dangerous drugs to detox on your own if you've been ingesting large amounts of those two drugs. So alcohol is a drug. I just think it's addiction, man. Addiction kills. Addiction kills, and it's cunning, baffling, powerful, and very patient. So, fentanyl. I lost my son. If you're watching this, give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Let's do this together. I'm here to answer any questions you have. I have a lot of experience sober and a lot of experience being fucked up. So I've got I got 7 years, then went out. I got 10 years, went out, and now I'm got 19 months. So fentanyl. It's a dangerous drug if you're using fentanyl, you guys. If you're using street drugs, it's not a matter of if you're going to die. It's just a matter of when. You can only play Russian roulette so long before the gun goes off, before you take that lethal dose. The drug is made in China. 98% of the fentanyl comes out of China, and it's shipped to the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico, where they press it into pills and they disguise it to be Xanax, Vicodin, codeine, ecstasy. They put it in cocaine, they put it in methamphetamine, you name it. They're putting it in everything that our addicts like to play with. And the reason they do that is to hook you and reel you in. They want to reel you in. It's killed. Last year, my son was one of them, 110,000, over 110,000 Americans. And this year will probably be more when they close out 2023. They were calling, where my son overdosed in Long Beach, California, the coroner said they were calling in bodies every 8 minutes. A batch of fentanyl went out, and they were calling in bodies every 8 minutes in a 2-mile radius of where they found my son. And it's been a horrendous thing for me and my family to go through. He was a great kid, and he had his whole life ahead of him. Don't be one of those statistics, you guys. Get on Google. Get on Google. Find a meeting. Raise your hand, and your life will change. Make the decision.